Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a jaw surgery experience video. So for those of you that didn't know, I had jaw surgery about a month ago now. I had surgery on the 3rd of October 2019. In my previous videos I have made like slight comments about my jaw situation. I made jokes all the time saying, oh, I've got no chin, like this, blah blah blah, this, that and the other. Some of you may not have known that is actually like an issue. So I had a very severe overbite. You probably can tell. If you can't, then you know, but I can definitely tell the difference in the way that I speak. So basically I'm doing this video because I binged videos like this when I was preparing for my surgery because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how severe it was going to be. I didn't know like the things I'd have to do, etc, etc. So I'm doing this video for those people in particular that are going to be going through the same thing that I did, but also an informative video for those of you that didn't know like the reasons why I had to have this surgery and things. So first of all, this surgery was not at all cosmetic. It wasn't done for non-health benefit reasons. It was done for health reasons. So basically, if you don't know like why I had it done, your teeth are supposed to sit in a certain position when you eat, when you talk, etc, etc. Mine didn't sit in that position. So basically my jaw was like this. So these are my bottom teeth and these are my top teeth. That's how my jaw was sitting. It's supposed to be like this, so they're only overlapping a tiny bit. So as you can tell, if I eat something, I'd have to move my bottom jaw forward to be able to bite something and obviously bite it off. Another issue was I had sleeping issues. Not sleeping issues like, oh no, I can't sleep. It was more of the fact that my bottom jaw just would not sit properly where it was supposed to, so I was getting like jaw pain, my teeth were hurting here, there and everywhere, and yeah. I also had speech issues, so like it probably wasn't that obvious, but to me it really was. If you've watched my previous videos before I had my surgery, you'd have noticed quite a big, I'd call it a lisp, because I couldn't really like basically my teeth weren't meeting where they're supposed to, so like the S noises I was making weren't as they should sound. So yeah, those are the reasons I had my surgery. You know, overbites, not something I could have fixed with just braces because it was that severe anyway. I'm just going to go straight in with my experience from the very start, so when I had braces. So in April 2017, I had 4 teeth taken out of my mouth. Obviously, where else are they going to come from? But I had 4 teeth taken out, 2 from top, 2 from the bottom, because I have a very small face and jaw in general. So like, they had to make room for like all my teeth to move, etc, etc. My teeth were quite like all over the place. So they had to like obviously make room for everything to move around. So in June 2017, I had my braces on, and I had those on for 2 years and 4 months before I even got to having my surgery. So obviously I'm 19 years of age, I've stopped growing, or I should have done by now. So this is kind of the age that you have your surgery, because obviously everything stopped moving, you've grown into your face, whatever. So before my surgery, in about September-ish, or I think it might have been before, I had springs put here to separate my canine teeth from like the forefront ones, so they could see where my jaw needed to be moved forward to. I don't know, it's like to help them. I went into my pre-surgery appointments and they basically had to measure like my face with this metal thing. I'll put a picture in, because my mom took a picture of it because it was quite like, what is that? I had that, and then that was basically to measure where my bite was going to be, because I had like, it's like a retainer almost, but it's not a retainer because it doesn't go over your teeth, it just went on top of like the bottom and top of the top. So like it would show where my teeth would sit if they were in a normal position. And then basically I had my pre-surgery, which was like my weight, I had to have blood taken, my height, just a load of questions. And then we move on to the day of surgery. I will be putting pictures in here, there and everywhere. there aren't really any pictures beforehand. There is one that I took. It was just of like the front of my face before I had my surgery basically, and you could see how small this part of my face was because of my overbite. I do also have pictures before my surgery, so I'll put those in here. I found one earlier today. Oh my goodness, I hated it. My overbite was 10 millimeters too far back, so, and on the day of surgery I signed the paperwork and got dressed, and this was all done. I went into the hospital at 7:30 and by 9 AM I was in surgery, so it was all really quick. Literally had no chance to have any sort of anxiety. I had a little bit before, because basically I got dressed and then I had to walk up to the like operating room thing, but you have to sit in like a room before that, but my mum couldn't come in with me, so I was just there by myself, and I was kind of just sat there for 10 minutes like thinking everything. So that was the only kind of bit of anxiety I had, but you know. So then I walked into, no I didn't, I got wheeled to the doors of my operating room, and then like there's like a room before the operating room. So I went into the surgery thing. They put my you know, they basically put my cannula in, I think that's what it's called. You know, they tried to put it in my hand because like my veins weren't showing up, but they couldn't put it in there, so they had to move it to my arm. It was like here-ish. Weird place to have it, but you know, it worked. So they were doing all that, asking me a load of questions, making me feel really comfortable. So in front of me I could see the doors to like the actual operating room, and my surgeon walked up to the door and just went like that, and I was like on the table. It was really cold. That was the only complaint I had. They made me feel really comfortable, which was like the only thing I was worrying about. So I went in at 9 and I was out by 1 PM, so that was about 4 hours ish, minus the time of me like waking up and stuff. So when I woke up with this mask on my face. They told me they were going to put this on beforehand. It's like a water mask, but it's cooling, so it like went over here and then up. I'll insert a picture, because there's one that I took literally straight after I came out. And then I also took one of me, I took the mask off so I could see like this part of my face. It was a little bit swollen already, so you can't really see. And then there's also a picture of my side profile when I just came out. My bottom lip was so swollen. I had food at about 5:20, so 5:20, and I expected to not be able to eat anything. I expected I'd have to eat stuff through syringes, because that's what everyone else had. But I was eating cauliflower cheese, and I had soup. I also had a cup of tea. That was the best cup of tea of my life, just want to point that out. So obviously I was eating cauliflower cheese 4 hours after I'd had surgery, so you know. Also, I woke up with bands on. I have bands on right now, but the ones that I woke up with were stronger, and they were more in the front than the ones I have in now. And I had to keep those on throughout the entire time until I saw my surgeon again, and then he like changed them over. So at 6, my friends visited, and I'll insert a video because I actually got a video on Snapchat.
But I didn't have to pay for it. Oh, it was great.
They went home, and then obviously I went to sleep. Well, I say I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. The mask was way too big for my head, because I have such a small, like, just a small head. It was like rubbing on my neck, so it felt like I was being strangled almost. It was horrible. But that's pretty much it. I did have pain. Not enough pain that I'd cry because of it. It was just very, very, very uncomfortable. But that pain didn't last very long. Then in the morning, I woke up and I had porridge for breakfast. I was still eating, you know. The swelling was at its peak on day 2 and 3. Day 2 and 3, I was like a balloon. I might insert pictures, I might not, because they are hideous. Like, this part of my face was huge, like huge. I look like a different person. So on this day, obviously, I only stayed in hospital for 1 day. I've seen people stay in there for 4 days because they've had double jaw surgery. I only had lower jaw surgery. The next day, I left hospital at 4 p.m. and I went to McDonald's and I had a milkshake. And I got home and obviously I had all my medicine and whatnot because I had to have antibiotics, I had to have paracetamol, and then I had ibuprofen. The ibuprofen was basically Calpol, so I was like fine with that. So my bruising came about on the 5th, which was 2 days after. I had like a red bruise here because this side was way more swollen than this side. It's just like a red patch, and then the next day I woke up and it was like yellow around it, and I had a little bit of yellow here. And then on the 8th, I was literally a Simpson. It was yellow all here, yellow all down my neck. They did say it could go onto my chest. It didn't really go onto my chest, it was more my neck that was yellow and bruised. And then on the 9th, I went to see my surgeon, and that was the first time I obviously went out the house since I had my surgery. I saw him, he showed me my x-rays, which I'll insert here. And obviously it shows like where my where my jaw was broke. I can literally feel where it is. It's here. So on this side it was cut here, this side it was cut here. It was so weird, I can literally feel like the gap. And on the 14th, I do have pictures, I will insert them like here, there and everywhere obviously. By the 14th, I went to see my orthodontist, and that was when I had all my bands that I couldn't like change or anything taken off, and I was given, where are they? I was given these bands that I change myself. I do those every day. I only take them out when I eat and then they go straight back in. I also take them out to brush my teeth because obviously you like brush your teeth better with your bands out. And I just put them like that, so it's like a square in there. It's like a square in there basically, it's just to keep everything like together. So I saw my ortho, he said everything was great. My swelling had gone down a lot, more than other people. He basically asked me if I was comfortable with him doing like work on my mouth, and I was like, just do it. Like I want my braces off, let me just tell you that now. I've had them on for like 2.5 years at this point, and like I just want them off. So yeah, and then I also asked him at the end of my appointment how long I'd have to have them on for, and he said, I'm going to tell you 6 months because it could be that long, but if you do everything I'm telling you to, your bands etc, you could have them off before. So he said the next appointment I will discuss having them off. So that's just how quickly everything is healed for me. Other people it could be way longer, but that's just my experience. So basically by the 20th I noticed hardly any swelling, and that is literally 17 days after I had surgery. My swelling had almost gone. I'd like to think that I have like hardly any swelling right now. I can see a little bit like on my jawline, like there's like a little bit of a bump, but other than that there's like no swelling. Numbness wise, they do tell you that you might not get feeling back anywhere like here. So when I had my surgery, my bottom lip and all here, all that section, numb, couldn't feel a thing. Now a month on, it's this bit that's still numb, like this part of my lip. This bit is like very sensitive. I can't really feel that, and then all of this I can feel, so I've got most of my feeling back. I think it is all gonna come back because I can feel a lot of it already. And my self-confidence has gone up literally so far. I look, or I think I look, so different. Like, I've watched my old videos countless times since my surgery, and I look and sound completely different. Now the only thing I'm waiting for is getting my braces off, but I'll show you what it looks like. So this side, and smiling and talking, like, I don't know what it looks like when I talk, because obviously I don't see my side profile, but I'll look back at that and I'll see it. And then this side is like this, and yeah, like, it is the best thing that I've ever done. I contemplated having this surgery so many times before, and it was one of the stupidest things I could have done, was contemplate it. Because if you're doing the same as me, if you're contemplating and you're watching these videos thinking, oh, should I do it, should I not, do it. I would do it over again, like 1,000 times, if it meant that I could have this jaw that I have now. Hey, sorry, I just need to insert this clip. Basically, I'm gonna put some pictures and stuff, like, now, because I don't think that I've put enough throughout the video while I'm editing it. So I'm gonna put some pictures in of, like, my side profile, what it was before and what it is now. Yeah, I have brown hair now. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up button. This is probably one of the only serious videos I'm going to make as of lately, because my channel is just not, like, serious anymore. But you know. So thank you for watching. I hope I informed you in some way or another, or, you know, helped you with your recovery, or, you know, with your contemplating of the surgery. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.